Welcome to Sailing Yacht Frida of Visby. We left our hectic business life for a life where plants are written in the sand on the beach and let the wind decide when to go. We bought our boat in England and sailed it to Gotland where we live. In August 2020 we started our biggest adventure to sail along the Atlantic coast of Europe. This is Captain Anders. I am first mate Gitte and Litsa the captain, the truly free spirit on board. In this episode, we will continue our journey south towards the Mediterranean Sea, and that means that we are getting closer to what currently are the Orca danger zone. So we think it's time to start by learning some facts about those very intelligent mammals. We seldom film our departures or docking procedures because I don't have time to hold a camera, but in this episode I have used our side cameras and pulled out some film clips. They are maybe not as good in quality. Departure in photo wasn't so exciting, but our docking in Figueroa Foz was really tricky. So we have some lessons learned there. Let's learn a little bit more about orcas and tuna. We are approaching the Orca danger zone. And what is that? Well, in May 2020, a small pod of orcas started to attack or interact with sailboats. Nobody really knows why the behavior suddenly changed, because they have never done it before. But at this time, they started to buff and try to turn around sailboats, and even they started to chew on the rudder. And so far there has been approximately 150 attacks or interactions with sailboats in 2021, and a little less last year. So this is beginning to become quite a big problem for sailors in this sailing area. And it's a very, very popular sailing area. There's not attacks going on everywhere all the time. And they also know that this pod of orcas, they feed on bluefin tuna fish. So I thought it would be interesting to map the attacks with the migration pattern of bluefin tuna fish. And then I found that the bluefin tuna fish actually spawn in the Western Mediterranean near the Balearics in June every year. And all East Atlantic tuna fish go there. But the rest of the year they live in deeper water and colder water in the North Atlantic between Iceland and Ireland. So the tuna will migrate from the North Atlantic in the spring towards the Mediterranean, where they will spawn during the summer months, and then they will migrate back north where they have plenty of food. The tuna fish do need to eat on the way, so they sometimes need to go into shallow water to catch smaller fish, herring, mackerel and squids. But the tuna is a fantastic swimmer. It's actually capable of swimming in 43 knots and diving down to 1,000 meters. So it's not easy for the orcas to catch them. So when the tunas come into more shallow water, or when they need to squeeze through the Strait of Gibraltar, the orcas wait for them. And the orcas in turn is pretty fast for such a big mammal. They can swim about 30 knots, but the deepest recorded dive is only 259 meters. So the escape strategy for the tuna is to swim fast and dive deep. But that means that the tuna knows it's dangerous for them to be in too shallow water. So they need to go shallow enough to catch the food they need, but not so shallow that they will be boxed in from the surface and the bottom, because then they don't have any options to escape if they are attacked by orcas. So I would say the danger zone is between 20 meters and about 200 meters deep water. There is also where you find most of the attacks. Not all of them, but most of the attacks will be there. You will also see that the tuna fish is swimming from the North Atlantic in the spring. And when she gets close to the Portuguese, North Spanish and the Portuguese coast in April and May, the attacks will go south and they will accumulate nearby the Gibraltar Straits in June, July and August. And then the tuna fish will go north again, and the attacks will follow the tuna fish in September and October north. For then in November, December, January and February be very, very rare occasions, and honestly nobody really knows where the orcas are during those months. But my guess is that they're out there in the North Atlantic together with the tuna fish, but they have a hard time to catching them. Now our journey south continues and we are hugging the coast. Are you sleeping?
Hello?
Is it cozy?
Nice.
You look like you had fallen asleep.
I was close to
Sorry that I wake you up.
Don't do it again.
finns inte en chans att vi kan stänga av motorn väl?
Nej.
Ja.
Ja, då blir det 3 knop.
Nej.
Vi gör stadigt över 7 istället. Uppåt till 7, nästan 8 i istället för mellan 6,5 och 7.
Okej, så det hjälper lite med seglen i alla fall.
Oh ja. Det hjälper på 2 sätt. För det första så går vi en halv till en knop fortare och för det andra så gungar vi väldigt mycket mindre. Nu är de borta.
Ja. Det så jag hade problem med gimbalen.
Ja, nu är de inte här.
The dolphins. But I had a little bit trouble with my gimbal. Now it looks like they're gone. Dolphins! Too bad.
Too bad, too late.
Too late, yeah.
And they were coming 90 degrees from starboard.
Yeah.
And they came into the boat and followed us like 100 meters, 200 meters, and then they probably decided to keep on going.
Yeah.
So
So,
they were short
short
visits this time.
short visit this time, yeah. It's amazing how long this beach is. I think we have sailed along it for about 2 hours, and it's just one long beach. I thought the beach would stop when we reached the cliff, but it looks like there is beach around it as well. It's amazing beaches here along the Portuguese coast, but they are maybe not so good for swimming because there's almost always an Atlantic swell that makes it a bit dangerous. And some fog is haunting us, but I think we will manage before to get tied up. The marina is in there, so we're just going to go after the fishing boat. Yes. There is maximum current, so I guess that's not the best condition for the approach, but well, I think we will be okay. It's not only fog, feels like it's a little bit of rain as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
even the local fisherman is hurrying back. Oh,
Harbor. Over.
Okay. When you arrive, come to the fuel control. You'll do the paperwork.
Okay. Can't we moor somewhere first? Over.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Shouldn't we find a berth and stay there and then come to the office? Over.
Come to the fuel control first, please.
Okay, we'll do that. Out.
there's quite a lot of current, and I said it was fog, but it's actually some light rain. But, We have to moor first stop at the fuel dock and do the paperwork. And then looks like there is a lovely beach on this side. I don't know on which side the marina is. Oh.
Marina is on the left side, pretty far in.
Okay, opposite side then. Finally, we are approaching Figueira da Foz and docking in rain, wind and cross current. We have arrived in Figueira da Foz Marina and it started to rain the last couple of minutes, so we are already soaking wet. Anders has went up to do the paperwork and then we will get a berth. It's not the easiest way to do it, I think. I don't really understand why they have to need us to tie up to the fuel dock, why they can't give us a berth and then you go and do the paperwork afterwards, but they probably have some kind of reason. There is the marina reception, and this is a very nice weather we had. And we have to go in and do the docking process one more time in this lovely weather. Canadian friends, I wonder if they had any fishing luck. They have to wait for us.
Can you pass the balance and the uppercut?
So
What is the width between there?
I suppose they are going here to the fuel dock after us, but they have some kind of trouble with the card machine. Really messy. They want to had paid in advance before we get the berth, but their card machine is not working. It's not a very good system. And boats are queuing up. But finally Anders got it all solved out and we were given a berth. It's time to move. At our first try to get into the berth the marina gave us, we started from starboard due to a strong wind from that side, so Anders was counting that the wind would push us to port side. But instead we drifted towards starboard due to a cross current. So Anders aborted the docking. I am communicating with some folks on land to get help and tell them about our plan. In this second attempt, we started from the port side and Anders also increased speed to maintain maneuverability. But as you can see, we still drifted toward the starboard side. But this time I managed to get a line ashore, but Anders sees that the berth is too narrow. We would have squashed the boat on our port side if we had continued. So we aboard again. And this time Anders asked for a new berth. The berth is on the other side of the pontoon, and here the current wasn't as strong. So, and it was also a double berth where both places were free at the time, but the fingers was very short. But with the help of neighbors, we managed in first attempt and are tied to the dock. Whew. That was a hairy docking, but we're here in a too small berth. So we had to climb over the side because our gap is beyond the pontoon, so the pontoon is not long enough. And well, what does the captain say about the lines?
This marina has berths for boats that are maximum of 12 meters. That's my view anyway. And it was more or less full when we came in. So they asked us to, I mean, there was cross current, the wind from the other side, and they had a berth which was maybe 4 meters wide, and our boat is 4.6 meters wide. So, and they wanted us to come in there, and it was of course impossible. So we had to go around and go in between two pontoons, and due to the current and everything, and our boat is 14.5 meters long, and it was really dangerous. But we got in, and we didn't hurt our boat, and we didn't hurt any other boat. And now we're at the berth, which is probably made for boats 9 to maybe, if you really push it, maybe 10.5, 11 meters should be okay. But I mean, it's around half as long as our boat.
Yeah.
So the good thing with this, I think anyway, when I looked around, is that it's really, really sheltered. So we shouldn't get, I hope, any super strong winds, crosswinds here. If we do, I think we will break that berth.
Yeah. Liverpool Live in Figueira Foz, and we got a visitor. Figueira da Foz Marina. Taking a walk, having a look at Figueira da Foz. It's quite empty today.
Och där är bläckfisken i botten. Ja, där är lite bläckfisk här bara. Ja, precis.
Lovely morning here in Figueira da Foz. And I even baked some fresh croissant this morning. Well, it's bake up, but no matter the less, we got fresh croissants. Absolutely nothing except the casino and maybe this, this is. While we wait for the Orcas to pass us north, we service winch number 2 and 3. Oh, they are loose. That's my channel. but I managed to get 2 of them loose. Brute force. Then you have loose nose balls. You lift this up. Oh, it's a bit heavy. And then you have everything available. So now it's put back together again with grease this time. So now it's finished. It looks like that one when I started, and now it looks like this. Nice and shiny, and it works. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to help our channel, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to click the little bell button. See you next time. You see the fish, Lisa?